This is the rehearsal room of Kill the Dandies. This is Kill the Dandies equipment. Those are the current members of Kill the Dandies. This is a short movie about Kill the Dandies. Berlin, 2008. The band played their first concert here. Since then, they have traveled 25,386 kilometers on tours across Europe, which is 1/15 of the distance from the Earth to the Moon. The International Space Station orbits the Earth at a height of 400 kilometers. The orbit of Sputnik 1 peaked at around 900 kilometers. This is Sonja, singer, pianist, composer. In the past, it was very hard to actually see Sonja. The problem was solved with the beginning of Kill the Dandies, as you can see in this handy graph. Richard, guitarist, composer, singer, comic book artist, and mainly illustrator of the renowned book Sprechen Sie Deutsch 1 and 2. He was raised in a teepee, and one of his ancestors was an actual Indian. This guy. It was Richard's great-great-great-great-uncle who shot and killed General Custer. Vratislav, the drummer, a very good drummer, but unfortunately is hidden behind something or someone in all photos and videos. Michal, bass player and the youngest of all the members. He can play every tune at any time, and always flawlessly, like a robot. But you know, with passion. Hank, guitarist, singer, composer. Well, he loves his shoes. Thomas Suchomela, aka Neon Skeleton. He was born in Zambia, and he once met the village shaman who ate a human heart in front of his eyes. Anyway, he's in charge of lights at the concerts. The heart was still beating. It was very unpleasant for everybody. Vojta, the driver. Here he is leaning against his van. Unfortunately, on tours abroad, another driver has to be hired because Vojta is afraid of the organ snatcher gangs operating in Western Europe. According to a UN report from 2002, one kidney costs around $30,000 in the Republic of South Africa and $200,000 in the USA itself. Bert Nevin, drummer of the band called Sperm Bankers and sound engineer in all of Kill the Dandies records. We never saw him in person, so in this documentary we have only 2 fuzzy photos of him to use. Steve, distributor of Kill the Dandies records across Europe, but also a guest on the I Saw White Fields album, a steady cooperator and mainly a good friend of the band. That's why he deserves a 2-second long shot without any interruption. From now. Yaroslav. In the mid-80s, he started a band called Engineer Garin's Rays, named after Alexei Tolstoy's book, Engineer Garin's Rays of Death. First edition of that book from 1927 does not have the word death in the title. Yaroslav changed Hank's point of view towards music when he, in the early 90s, handed him a cassette with the Junk Out album by The Birthday Party on it. Unfortunately, he died many years ago. And Hank? He still carries this cassette in his pocket while trying to come up with song ideas for Kill the Dandies in the middle of the night. Let's move a couple of streets down the road and a couple of years back in time, to the year 2003. Sonja's place, Thursday. On her demand, Moimir Papalescu sent her some music to which she'll come up with lyrics. The first result is a song called Everybody Calls Me an Angel. After that, Moimir and Sonja are joined by Vratislav, Hank, and Peter van Krabets, the sax player. This was the beginning of the band called Moimir Papalescu and the Nihilists. They'll need a rehearsal room. Sonja brought her Elvis poster, Moimir his Kimi Räikkönen poster. In 4 years from now, they'll put out 2 albums, Analog Voodoo and Louis Neptune. By the way, Louis Neptune was a real person, a Union soldier in the American Civil War, and later a member of the US 7th Cavalry Regiment. He quit after the massacre at the Sioux Indians at Wounded Knee in 1890. The Nihilists are working on their 3rd album. Richard started going to the rehearsal room and goes with the Nihilists to their concerts as a guitar technician. One evening, only Hank and Richard are left in the rehearsal room. They start to play cover versions of their favourite songs. They invite 2 more people and give themselves the name Nasty Dandies. They composed only one original song during their existence, Jesus Popular Blues, which later gave the name to Kill the Dandies' first album and subsequently to this documentary. Hank and Sonja put together a band called Ricky Poseidon. And after that, Moimir Papalescu and the Nihilists split up by mutual decision. Moimir took away his poster of Kimi, Peter his sax, and Vratislav his drum kit. Only Richard, Hank and Sonja have stayed in the rehearsal room, the core of Nasty Dandies and the whole of the Ricky Poseidon band at one time. Vratislav came back after some hesitations. With him came Zdeněk Rudol, who played bass lines on synthesizers, but is soon replaced by Martin Růžička with a bass guitar. But even he quits for lack of time. Mikhail L. Hojeishi came. He is wearing shiny shoes and brings a poster from the TV show Kalapaaji to the 2nd rehearsal. He fits right in. The members in rehearsal room seem to be stable now. Highway A13, 146th kilometer from Berlin in the direction to Prague. 3:24 in the morning. It was here where Hank suggested to Sonja for the first time that they will merge both bands. They'll get rid of Ricky Poseidon and kill Nasty Dandies. It was at this moment when the new band was born, a band freed from the past, a band concentrating purely on playing with friends. This is the beginning of Kill the Dandies.
Give me some of your